so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but...
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Spider-Man No Way Home related video. Now, do not mind that my hair is down. I know that you guys are used to it being up now, but I don't know where the comb is. It vanished. It's gone now. It has disappeared. It is just gone now. So until I get a comb, I'm probably gonna go buy a comb probably over the weekend or something. I don't know. If I can find the comb. But either way, just deal with this for now, because I'm not even used to this haircut anymore. This is such an old haircut. This is like my high school / middle school / entire childhood haircut right here. This is old school. All right, we're rocking old school today, but whatever. With that out of the way, let's get back to Spider-Man No Way Home. So, this is coming from an article called Cinema Blend. I'll leave the link to the article in the description so that you guys can read it yourself, but I'm not going to sit here and read the whole thing. The article is called, Welp, thanks to Tom Holland, we know there's definitely going to be at least one majorly emotional scene in Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, before I even go any further, who is this article by? Corey? Yeah, Corey. Okay, listen. You need to learn how to make smaller titles, because that is way too long of a title. Gotta get better at shortening your titles, but it still gives you the point of the article. So before I even, because there's a quote from Tom, which is what spilled the beans. I kind of knew something like this would happen. I mean, I kind of knew that they were gonna do something more emotional. I expected it. Especially if you're going to make your last movie. A lot of people keep trying to say that he's going to be in a couple more movies after this, but who knows, really? You know, with Sony and everything, they might just say, whatever, we're not doing it no more, but I don't know. Alright, so here's the quote. Here we go. So he says, sometimes crying can be really easy, and sometimes crying can be really difficult. The other day we were doing a scene in Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3, you wish. And I could just turn it on, and then, I guess, snap as he snaps his fingers. I was like, this is amazing. If I could do this every time, this would be glorious. And then you try to cry and you just can't. Okay, so he does go on, but he's basically just talking about, you know, crying on command, which if you're not new to the, filming industry, then you know that that's kind of like a standard that, you know, those actors got to learn how to cry on command and stuff. You know, listening to certain music or remembering certain things to make them cry and stuff. We know that. We know how that works. But basically, I wouldn't say pay attention to what he said. Pay attention basically to what is being assumed, because he slipped up again. You know, a lot of people were kind of mad at me when I sat there and I said, like, oh, Tom always, like, kind of slips up. He always just kind of, like, spoils things. And he did. He spoiled this, you know. He's sitting there talking about filming the third movie. It's like, you can't say that. Like, again, it's kind of funny, you know, it's been 3 movies and this guy still can't keep his mouth shut, but whatever, that's not the point. The point is that, let me basically explain what I think is going to happen. I think, now I don't know if, like, when you're filming movies, if you do, like, the actual beginning of the movie and then you film all the way to the end, or if you just, like, film certain parts and then you go back and do the action scenes, or what. I don't really know how or maybe they just film the whole thing backwards. I don't know. Some people probably do that, but yeah, look, here's the thing. I have a theory of what they're gonna do, because, look, we all know that everyone knows who Spider-Man is, what his identity is, all that good stuff. But I guess it's the idea of how do we get to the part where, you know, Spider-Man would ever go to Doctor Strange, for example, because that's what everyone's saying, that he's going to go to Doctor Strange, and then it's going to get to the multiverse stuff, things like that. So, here's what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they're going to basically do One More Day. Now, if you guys don't know what One More Day is, it was a comic that every Spider-Man fan hates because it basically regressed everything that he has done up until that point. So, after the events of Civil War, if I'm correct, Aunt May gets shot. I'm talking about comics right now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, by the way. So, in the comics, Civil War, after that happens, Aunt May gets shot. And then Spider-Man ends up having to go to Mephisto, so the devil himself, to, you know, make sure Aunt May lives, or whatever. But he had to sacrifice his marriage. So that was the storyline of that. Everyone hates it. We all think Nick Spencer's right now trying to fix it. Really hope he does, because that would really make me happy, and I'd probably come back and start buying more Spider-Man books again, because, you know, I have not bought a comic book in fucking years. I haven't bought a comic book since I was, like, what, 10 years old? It's been forever. But, anyway, so yeah, I think they're going to do something similar. I think especially if it's an emotional moment. So, what could be an emotional moment? Well, one, it could be that Aunt May might get hurt or something, and he might have to get Doctor Strange's help or something. I don't know. It's possible. Or maybe he gets stuck in a different multiverse, can't find a way home, maybe he cries like a bitch. I don't know. Who knows? But I would like to hope that because again, we all know that all the villains know who he is. You know, it was spoiled, but I remember a few videos back, I talked about this. I was like, who knows, they might just 5 minutes of that, and they might just, you know, kind of throw it away, or they might just kind of be done with the whole idea of everyone's gunning for him and his family now, because that was a very serious, that was a very serious thing, which is why people didn't like Civil War with Spider-Man that much, because he revealed his identity, everyone knew who he was. But in this case, Mysterio revealed his identity, and now everyone knows who he is, and, you know, I don't know how high the stakes are going to be. I'm just going off of the assumption of what it's going to be. I'm going off of the track record of what it has been, and what it has been is very low stakes, so maybe they're up in the ante, maybe they're actually ready to do something a bit more serious. Like I said before, this might actually turn out to be something that's worth it, because the last two movies have not. The last two movies have been a really, really bad take on this character, and so I hope that the third movie might redeem this, or might make it better. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he's crying about Uncle Ben, if they ever bring up that name in this entire fucking franchise. But I don't know, that's all I got to say. Let me guys know what you guys think about this article and what Tom said. And what do you guys think the emotional moment is going to be in the film? Do you guys think it's going to have something to do with Aunt May? You guys think it's going to have something to do with Michelle or his friends, or something along those lines? Or maybe he's stuck on the multiverse or something? Who knows? But until then, thank you guys for watching. I'm out of here. Up, and away. See you guys.